Okay, this is Classic Movies Reviews, and I'm gonna be. I just mentioned a bunch of action stars, so I decided. I said, "What the hell? I think I'm gonna do another classic movie."
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
You got nothing on me. You know it, I know it. I'm changing dollar bills, that's all.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far!
A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
You chose the wrong side.
I want your future.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
Yeah, the problem with having all that money is sooner or later you're going to have to explain where it came from.
We can break this army here.
At a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time.
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
Seize the day.
The Chicago.
Man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What are you? Genius, billionaire, philanthropist.
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Street Fighter. This will be released on December 23rd, 1994, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, Kylie Minogue. I mentioned other people, but you don't know any of these other people, so I won't mention them at all. But hey, it is memorable. Okay, this is your guilty pleasure movie. This is for me as a teenager. This movie was the bomb. This movie I always wanted playing in an arcade games. It's based on the Capcom Street Fighter released back in the early 90s. And I always wondered it to myself, what would happen if this became a movie? Well, and around that time, Mortal Kombat started as well. And maybe I'll do that movie afterward. But I always wondered what would happen if this became a movie. And fast forward, 1994, I actually went to go see Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter at the same time at the Movieplex in San Jose, California. So I have a lot of good memories. Okay, the premise of this movie, is very campy. You know, it's just basically terrorists holding a whole nation hostage, holding Raul Julia plays M. Bison. If you ever wondered what M. Bison would look like on film, I think they nailed it with Raul Julia. The only thing that looks really awkward is he's very thin on this movie, and around this time, he had actually died before during the filming of this film. So if you notice, he looks very unhealthy on this movie. But bodysuits makes people look really like real gorillas with a lot of biceps. So Raul Julia, he plays M. Bison. He plays a dictator, he's kind of like if Hitler became a Saturday morning cartoon, and that would probably be M. Bison. And Colonel Guile, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, would be would be like kind of like William Wallace or something from Braveheart, because there's a lot of memorable scenes on this movie. There's a scene where the E Honda battles Zangief over this model created by M. Bison's organization, and you could just hear in the background Godzilla and some other strange monster you've never heard. This movie, if you're expecting something serious, but if you're expecting Saturday morning cartoons becoming a movie, you should check this movie out. I still love Street Fighter. I still like this movie a whole lot because it doesn't really have a whole lot to offer as far as acting is concerned, as far as screenplay is concerned, as far as the plot of the movie. It's very juvenile because it's a rated PG movie, I think, or rated PG-13, so it doesn't give you a whole lot of outlet to, because keep in mind this movie was probably aimed at the young audience, so you can't really do a whole lot with that type of rating. There's the violence on here is just cartoonish. The fights on here are just. Let me put it to you this way: if you watch He-Man or Thundercats back in the '80s, that's probably around the same kind of fighting you see on this movie. It's very juvenile, very childish. But overall, I think Street Fighter really nails it, because this movie is the kind of movie that you'll go back and watch on videotape if it's collecting up dust in your videotape catalog, if you even have VCR. Probably not a whole lot of people have VCR. I might have one in the storage, but so Street Fighter is on execution. It's very campy. It's very over the top. If you haven't seen this one, I actually saw it just again yesterday on AMC. So Street Fighter, it's the kind of movie that you really want to go back and watch and laugh a little bit. If you want to just grab some popcorn, get some soda, get up with your family or some friends and just laugh out loud, or have a great time watching. To me, this movie, when I was growing up, it meant everything to me. You know, it was awesome to me. It was the action was just spectacular to me, and the performances were just, I love the performances. But as you get older, you start to realize, how things are. You start to realize how movies are made. Then you realize why this movie got a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. It got 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. That should really tell you a whole lot. And don't take my word for it. If you've never seen this movie, watch it, because you definitely should. And like I said, there's a lot of inconsistencies on this film. Oh my God, I could talk about them all day. But then I would tell you the positives of this movie. The positives are it's just Saturday morning cartoon action flick. It's not really anything else than that. And there's too many negatives to talk about. But some of the hits, some of the misses on the movie, there's a whole lot of them. Probably if I shot a gun, I emptied it out, and the bullets, I would have enough bullets of how many misses this movie gets. But a lot of T-Hawk of the video game, he looks a lot like He-Man. He's got really big biceps, and all his movies is played by this really just quiet, very very limitedly talented actor on here, and as well as Dalsing, he's on here. He's here with Vega, and a lot of these characters that we knew from the video game, there's just so many inconsistencies that you could cut it with a butter knife. Cut it through a knife through butter or something like that. And overall the movie is, like I said, it's good for what it was at the time. At the time it was huge. It was on top of the world at the time, but now that we're all a little older, we know the truth. Okay, I give this movie a D. No, actually, I'm going to give it a D plus, because I got to give it the rating that anybody would give it. Okay, I got to be, even though I love this movie, I got to give it the right rating. I give it a D plus because it's not, like I said, it's not your quintessential action movie from the 80s or the early 90s or nothing like that, but it really set the standard for a lot of other action movies that followed, because everybody loves early 90s action movies, and they still try to copy them to this day. Okay, like and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to Louis Balance Cinema Reviews. I am still your reviewer, and I am still the YouTube alternative. Please support this blog, and I am still on the radar, and I just want to, those of you probably don't watch my channel, I have 153 subscribers, and they probably don't watch my channel because it's been on ice for a long time already. But guys, I'm back, alright? And, just please give your opinion on this video, whether you like it or not. What do you think? There's some things I need to change. Like I said, okay, alright, I will see you guys real soon. Bye.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da!
Come on.
to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
She's a babe!
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think McFly, think.
We found the bulk of the dirty cash.
Time to move in.
The price is wrong.
You got knocked up.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
This is Sparta!
He slimed me.
Who? The her.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
I'll be back.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.